Hey, what up? So it's like late as shit, but think about my revenge. As I'm seeking revenge. I'm a revenge seeker. Get it? Like the Jane Remover album. But no, I want to talk about my Schrodinger's cat revenge theory. Because I feel like, I don't know if people could benefit from it, but like I kind of want to, talk about it and have people understand it because this is kind of like my motivation. You have to watch if I go like this. Oh, nothing happened. Never mind. So I feel like everyone has a steady level of motivation, or it's not steady because it rises and it falls. But you have to like look at meditation. Wow, motivation as like an emotion, like being happy, being sad, because it genuinely is just one. And what I want to explain to you is what basically keeps my motivation at a high, and if it ever dips, like that's the thing that I kind of want, right? So I'm a very spiteful person. I don't really come off that way, or I've been told that I don't come off that way, but I do. I am a very spiteful person. Here, let's use the cl0ud. Um, here, I'll show you. I can do this like this. Just have to lower the brightness. What you're looking at is me. That's me right there, and then that's the cl0ud boiler room from Montreal. So, what I want to talk about is okay. First of all, let's talk about Schrodinger's cat and what Schrodinger's cat is. Now, if you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory, obviously you fucking know what that shit is, right? But it's actually a real experiment. So basically, Herman Schrodinger, I don't remember when this was. I don't know the date, but he put this cat in this box, right, with a little vial of poison, and then left the cat in the box. Now, you can think of the cat as both being alive and being dead because you don't know 100% until you open the box. And if you open the box and the cat's dead, then you have a 100% conclusion of that, or like deduction of that. That's not the word. It's, you have your answer. The cat is dead. Or you open it up, the cat is still alive, the cat's still alive. Anyway, it's some fucking relativity bullshit. I don't fucking really know. But I understand the experiment. Um, Basically, how I use this in my life is there's a lot of people from high school, from college, that I feel like at some point wronged me and did not or didn't see me as like a valuable person in their life anymore and made it clear that I wasn't going to be in their lives. And I understand that. Like as I've grown up, I've kind of just like not cared. Like I have a friend. I still live with him because we go to college together. But I talked about this in Cloud My Life right now too. If you want to watch that, I don't think you should because it's long and boring. It's just me yapping. But I talked about like my relationship with my friend and how I just don't want to be his friend anymore because of the way he's been acting. And obviously, people can change, but nevertheless, he's not really a part of this like ideology. But like eventually, he could be a part of this ideology. He didn't do anything wrong to me per se. I mean, obviously, well, he kind of did, but he did it like non-consciously, and you can kind of sense. And I should just have a discussion with him about it. That's what the adult thing to do is for it. But basically, what I want to like, where I'm getting to, what I'm getting to, is I have to live my life. I'm gonna rip ass. Hold on. I have to live my life with the ideation of Schrodinger's cat. Um, but in the cat being my, or would it be the cat being my success? Oh no, it's the person being the cat, but the box being my success. So I haven't thought that deep into it, even though I've thought like this for years. But it's like, okay, let's go even deeper. There's a girl that I met here, and I was like super into, and we were like ultra close, and it didn't work out right. um, for like 5 months, right? Whatever, 6 months, maybe even the whole year. I don't even fucking really, because I stopped really like getting into it after a specific time because she seemed happier with other people. There's also a girl that I think of all the time. I saw her today actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, where she like literally played me, and then like acted like I was a fucking like really nice guy, and then like I'm like a genuine guy to this person, like I'd consistently be the nice guy or like a genuine guy to this person, and she just basically like ignores it. Um, and it's like, dude, like I can go on. This girl's sister passed away, and I like, or like her sister had like heart issues, and I donated to the GoFundMe, but I didn't tell her. Fucking, I found out her sister died. I fucking wished her family well and like everything, and then she just fucking straight up ignores me. But it's like I just do that shit because it's like a human thing to do. There's a fucking bunch of film kids because I go to school for film that didn't fuck with me, or like they did fuck with me, and then they didn't fuck with me for whatever reason. I don't really give a shit. Like I don't do anything wrong, in my mind. I don't do anything wrong. Well, that's everyone's mind, right? But like, like I can think of this one kid, bro, and I know he's gonna do this shit, bro. Where it's like the second I see like an ounce of like ultra success, because I feel like kind of successful. I feel like as time has progressed, especially with like my channel, like especially with hitting like 1K, it's like that's like a big thing. Like that was like hard. That's the most subscribers I've gained on YouTube in a shit long time. In a long time, shit. I farted again. Dude, I've been farting like crazy today. I don't know why. And it was not because of my dinner that I made. It's because I don't know why. Because it was happening before. Nevertheless, I'm getting off track. Let's go back to like what I'm saying. So yeah, I like mentioned those examples, right? And like people in high school that just didn't believe in me. Well, the girl who I call Tifa because I wrote albums about her, and then like her character name is Tifa. I remember vividly her telling me that I don't think she doesn't think that I will make it because there's so many people that do what I do, and it's like I'm like just a variable in it, and I'm not gonna be successful, and that shit. And like the girl that I talked about that played me, and I like helped her family. Like she thinks the idea of me making music is really cool, but she's like she doesn't fuck with it, right? And she doesn't fuck with the fact that I make videos like that. Or she doesn't think it's like that interesting. But that's not like the only two. Those are just prime examples that I like are like at the top of my brain. So back to my theory, because I've been yapping. Back to my theory. Um, I basically live under the assumption, or like it's kind of like LARPing, but it's not like LARPing. I live under like this belief that I'm already at this stage, like the ultra success stage. Like I pretend, not 100% of the time, but like I'd say like half the day, like I live like I'm already living my dream life, which is like another form of visualization, which I think a lot of people should start doing. But you know, if you pretend to yourself that you're in the successful stage of your life and you're like you made it, I feel like that gives you not only does it humble you because you can understand what it's like when you don't have anything, but it's like it makes you like motivated more. So I have this belief. This is the point that I'm trying to make. This is a fucking 9 minute video so far. But this is what I'm trying to say. And this is the kicker. I don't need to know whether they know that I'm successful or not. I believe that they know at some, or like realistically at some point they will find out, and I don't need to know when that is. Just like Schrodinger's cat, unless I see them, I don't know. So that gives me the probability that they do know or the probability that they don't know. So I can live under this assumption that they know that I'm doing like really good, right? And that's like a motivating thing because I don't really care if Tifa or this other girl or like all the other people that I mentioned or like in my brain that I'm not mentioning now, like I don't really care if they know. But what I know is going to happen is someday in the future they will find out that I'm like where I like said I was gonna be, right? And I don't know how they're gonna find out, but someday they will see that and they'll basically look at it huh? You know what I mean? They'll go, was? They'll fucking look at it, right? And then they'll be like, is that Andy Cook from college? Is that Andy Cook from high school? And it's like, yeah. So I don't need to know that they know this information. If you always live under the assumption that that moment has happened, because if you pretend that the moments happen, it's like that's like the most satisfying thing for me. It's because all these people that didn't believe in me, didn't put trust in me, doubted me, now like had this one moment, and it probably ruined their day. It probably they took it for the rest of the day, maybe even for the week or some shit like that. That the thing that they did not believe in me for, I'm doing professionally. And obviously, there's moments where it's like hard to like do that when you feel like you're not like in a good spot. But that's the thing that I use mainly for motivation. You could say it's revenge, but it's not revenge at all. But I don't want these people. I don't wish bad things on people. I don't wish that people fail at life. I don't hope that you know Tifa marries like I know I said it in Romeo, but I hope that she doesn't marry like a shitty guy and have a shitty life. Like I'm grown enough to like acknowledge that I hope other people do good, and I don't like think anything's a race, and I think we're all growing at our own speed. Um, and I don't care if she marries a fucking like guy who fucking treats her well or like that's great, lovely. Like live your life, have an amazing life. I don't need that in my life. I liked it. I like the idea of it back in the day, but I don't need it now. Um, but someday in your life, and I'm not talking directly to Tifa. I'm talking directly to all these people or like all this like this shit that brews in my brain. Someday, you are going to stumble across something. You're gonna see a poster. You're gonna see a billboard. You're gonna see a video. You're gonna see me on a stage accepting something. You're gonna see a bunch of shit regarding the fact that I did what I said I was gonna do. And someday that's gonna break you for a moment. I don't want it to ruin your day, but I hope it does. You know, if it's like you're driving someplace and like let's say you went to fucking like Dunkin' Donuts or Chick-fil-A or some bullshit. I don't fucking know. I literally just named the two places I wouldn't go. I mean, I like Dunkin', but I don't really give a shit about Dunkin' like that. Starbucks is ass too. I don't like any place. Actually, no, I had Starbucks yesterday. I got a dragon fruit refresher. Those are really good. You should get them if you, not an ad, but you should get them. Um, but like imagine I was like doing because I know like I always say like I say that Tifa does not live near me, right? She lives in another state, right? Let's say in like 2 years I'm going on tour, whatever the fuck, right? Or like, I'm traveling doing something, right? And it's like a big like media like thing, and then to sell tickets we put like posters up or some bullshit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. but it's like, you know how like satisfying it would be that this person would like see that, and just their day would just take like a turn, and they'd be like, what the fuck? Because I kind of know that like if I was doing something like a tour or something like that, that there would be people that I don't fuck with from like high school, or like, you know, people from college that knew who I was, or I was friends with, or some shit like that. Like they'd obviously show up, and it's like kind of my choice um to decide if I want to like give them benefits of it. But I'm like, I'm 100% sure that, you know how like satisfying that shit is. It's like, imagine like you're performing a song, and it's like that you wrote in that specific time of your life, or that person was in the time of your life, and they're just like standing there, and you just don't acknowledge them. Or if you do acknowledge them, I'm not saying call them out and embarrass them in front of the crowd. Like, cause if fucking Tifa and like this other girl, fucking all these kids that I don't fuck with, right, showed up at the show, like I'm not gonna embarrass them, bro. I'm literally just gonna like look at them the entire like time and just not acknowledge them, unless I like fuck with them, right? But there's I don't really fuck with a lot of people. But if I was like performing and like some of my like good friends showed up, I'd call them out and be like, yo, what the fuck, get your ass up here, and obviously shit like that. Like that's some grown shit, you know, like that's just like some friend bullshit. But yeah, my ideology with motivation is that I'm very like vengeful, but I don't like try to let it out, and the way I let it out is by kind of LARPing, which is the whole point of this video, is to explain that. Because I don't like want to go up to someone and be like, I'm successful, you're not. It's like, no, that's fucking cringe, and that's some fucking like middle school bullshit. It's like, I just want to do my own shit, have people do their own shit, and have like a moment of their day where they're either so confused or like, what? I did not expect to see that today. And then they move on. Because that drive home from Dunkin' Donuts, Chick-fil-A, whatever the fuck, you're going to be like driving home being like, what the fuck? And then you're going to tell people that shit. And I'm not, it's your choice if you want to come support or whatever the fuck. Or it's your choice if you want to click on the video. It's your choice if you want to, you know, buy the clothes. I don't like give a shit if you do or you don't. But I feel like it's important that I have this like idea that it's like, this is my motivation. I don't know. I wonder what your guys' motivation is. I mean, that's obviously not like my only motivation, but in like the vengeful way that is my only motivation. Like, another one of my motivations is I want to pay for my brother's wedding. I want to pay for my cousin's weddings. Like, you know how fucking sick that is? How Sigma. But like, yeah, obviously I want to take care of my mom and shit, and my dad, and my grandparents. Well, my grandfather, I don't fucking know what he would want. I'd buy him like Snickers bars. That's it. This fucking guy, I love him. But yeah, I think there's a downside when it comes to that stuff. But like, I don't like worry about that shit because, you know, I'm not big yet. But like, and Lydia says this all the time. It's like, and I kind of like feel it, bro. And I haven't felt this way in a long time, right? But it's like, I feel like there's something coming soon, and it's just gonna like hit me in the face, and it's gonna be like, wow, I'm really about that. I don't know. I have good friends. They keep me motivated too. Also, yeah, taking care of my friends is another big thing of my motivation thing. Well, that's the thing. Regarding like, I want them to do stuff too, and I want to bring them up, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to force my friends to do shit, but I really want Lydia to make videos. I want Ben to make videos. Well, Lydia makes videos, right? But she barely makes videos. Ben doesn't really make videos. He'll make a video once every blue moon. And like, George is literally the funniest person that I've ever met. And it's like, dude, if this guy fucking just decided to like do Omegle videos, he'd fucking blow up. That's what I mean, bro. Lydia's one of the most talented musicians that I've fucking ever met. Fucking Ben is the most bald, sexy man I've ever met. And George is the funniest person I've ever met. And it's like, I don't know why you guys are not doing it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like myself. But that's for another story. I don't know, man. It's late. I kind of like doing this, bro. I kind of like talking to myself, but like in front of a camera and then putting it online. Because I feel like in a few years I'll look back at this and it'll make sense to me. Like, the emotions that I feel now will give me like more closure or more senseful like ideation of who I am now, or like in the future, than right now. Because I don't know who I'm gonna be in 2 years. I don't know who I'm gonna be in a year, not even 6 months. Because, dude, look, I could fucking have 100K in a year, and I just don't fucking know. Isn't that crazy? I just don't know. And that's Schrodinger's cat too. It's like, it's not like until you're in the future. Well, that's not at all Schrodinger's cat. That's just time theory. It's like, dude, a year's time from now, on March 30th, 2026, I could be up, bro. But I don't know that at this exact moment. And that's why I don't believe that people should, quit doing what they love, like, creatively, off of, like, a shitty, like, upload streak. Like, if you're getting fucking shit amount of views, for, like, your videos, it's like, why would you quit? Just because you're not doing good now doesn't mean you're not going to do good in the future. And that's why I try to tell people. But a lot of people just, the momentary, like, satisfaction of seeing your video do good isn't, like, ultra satisfying. But once it goes away and you upload a video that you think is going to do good and then it doesn't do good, yeah, it's kind of demotivating. But I don't think people should quit doing whatever you do. Or, like, if you're a musician, like, just drop, bro. It doesn't matter if you suck at making music now. Like, you'll get better over time. And it's like, just continuously do it. Shut the fuck up. Actually, that's a big thing. That I need confirmation from my other actor. I'm talking to my actors for my film. Because I'm trying to do audio recordings with them. I don't know. I hope that, someday you can figure out what motivates you the most. Because I know what motivates me the most, and it is this sense of, like, not showing people that doubt it. Actually, yeah, people that doubted me, like, I don't want their day to be ruined, their life to be ruined because of it, but I want that information in their brain. That it's like, don't doubt me, motherfucker. And obviously the other things that I mentioned, but that's so satisfying. And I want to take care of my family and my friends. That's another motivator too. I don't really care about me. As weird as that sounds. I love myself. Don't ever get it twisted. I love myself. I love myself. I love who I am. and I wouldn't change a single thing about myself. Realistically, actually, I would. I'd change a few things, but that's everybody. Um, but like, as long as like everyone I love is good, I don't really care about me. Because if everyone around me is good, that means I'm good. You know, I have goals, and I use that motivation to get those goals. You know how satisfying it is to know that getting up at 5 a.m. back in the day was to all these high school kids. It's like they didn't fuck with it. I didn't tell anybody that I did that, right? But it's like all the success that I had. I want to get up at 5 a.m. again. So all the success that I had in 2020, and then all these kids in high school, somehow, I don't know how they found out. I only told like a handful of kids, so I'm pretty sure they like news spread, right? All these kids were like coming up to me like thinking that doing YouTube was like the coolest shit ever. And that I was successful doing YouTube. But I swear to God, a fucking year prior, dude, those kids were making fun of me for doing YouTube. Middle school, these kids were making fun of me for doing YouTube. I'll never forget that, bro. I deleted videos because these kids were making fun of me. I deleted songs that I made because kids were making fun of me. The second they see a big number next to a fake name, they're like, yo, I want to be friends with this guy. I want to fuck with this guy because, you know, he's doing something that resonates with a lot of people. It's like, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that fake friendship. That's why I value a lot of friendships. Like, obviously, like the thing I said about my friend in the other room. I'm not saying his name, but you know his name. The reason I was saying his name is because I don't want to use it. But I don't know. Like, he's just such a different person now. And I know that people are going to change once you get a little bit of success. And that shit sucks ass. But, I mean, people just see people doing good and want to be around that. You just gotta remain humble. Like, I feel like the best place to be egotistical is by yourself. Like, hype yourself the fuck up and be egotistical and narcissistic alone. And just be like, said, like, all these fuckers suck ass shit, but never do that in public. I don't agree with doing that in public, but yeah, that's what I'm basically trying to say. I keep yapping, but I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna try and get up at 5 a.m. Fuck it, dude. Why not? Also, this pic of me is pretty cool. See you, bye.